Good afternoon, everybody. Con here with Techout. Today I want to go over the first few things to do when you get your new Galaxy Note 9, or any new phone for that matter. Particularly a Galaxy though, because this pertains to the software on the Note 9 specifically. So first things first, after you've run through the setup, there's a lot of stuff that you can customize to make the Note 9 your own and make it better suit you for your day-to-day usage. First thing I do is I hop over into settings and I make sure my biometrics and security are set up. So you can either set up your PIN, your password, or your pattern. Set up your intelligent scan, your face recognition, your iris scanner, or your fingerprint scanner if you didn't do that during the initial setup. I set up intelligent scan during the initial setup, so I came in here and updated and set up my fingerprint scanner because I'm not a huge fan of the intelligent scan. It does take a few seconds, so it's a lot easier just to unlock with the fingerprint scanner. So I added my 2 fingers to that and set that up. So all my security is set up and it's really easy for me to get into my phone. Next thing, I hop over into the wallpapers and themes and I set my wallpaper. Right now I'm just using the default one, literally default one is what it's called, which is the one that you see on all the advertising stuff for the Note 9. So it's your the yellow background when your phone's locked, and then when you unlock it's this blue that shifts to an orangish tint. So that is what I did with that. So set up your wallpaper, your theme. If you want to download a theme, you can download a theme, stuff like that, your icons. Next thing is the S Pen. There are a lot of new features on the Galaxy Note 9 pertaining to the S Pen. So hop over into your S Pen settings. Make sure you customize all these right here, so whether you want AirView on or off, your direct pen input on or off, if you want your pointer to show, you can customize your shortcuts right here if you want to do that. If there's some you use or don't use, you can customize all those. I usually leave mine default. I always change the when S Pen is removed to do nothing, so Air Command doesn't pop up and interrupt whatever you're doing when you take your S Pen out. So I always like to customize that. And then I would hop into your S Pen remote, and if you have any apps that support this, you can customize what the S Pen remote will do. And customize what it does. I have mine set to Open Smart Select because I use my S Pen for taking screenshots more so than I use the camera itself. So I have my button, I can hold it down to Open Smart Select, and I can use the S Pen to select a portion of the screen to screenshot. So that is that. Of course, go in and set up your ringtones, customize, choose a ringtone, choose a notification sound. I always leave my phone on vibrate just because I'm usually at work during the day, so I don't want my phone going off. So I usually leave it on vibrate pretty much all the time. Another thing I always do is turn off auto brightness. I don't like the screen constantly adjusting brightness when I change lighting conditions, stuff like that. I like to customize it myself. So turn off auto brightness or leave it on. That's pretty much a personal preference. Everything here is going to be personal preference. I went ahead and changed my screen resolution to the max resolution. I really don't think it affects battery life too much, so I go ahead and go full resolution. I always change the icons to, frames to icons only, so you don't have the little border around them. I'm not a big fan of the border on icons, so I always change it to icons only. Another big one is Samsung always has the navigation bar backwards with the back button on the right. So I always scroll down right here and do back home recents for my order, which is the traditional Android style. If you want to turn on unlock with home button, that makes it so when you push the home button, if you have your iris scanning turned on, it'll scan your irises and then unlock. You don't have to swipe. I always leave that turned off because I do like to be able to go to my home or my lock screen and see notifications without unlocking my phone. Sometimes I like to use it just to check the time or check a notification without my phone fully unlocking when it's unnecessary. That's that. Obviously your Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff will be set up when you set up your phone. Everything else is pretty much going to be basic. You can play around with it. I would go into general management here. There is a new thing on Samsung Experience 9.5 where if you go to your on-screen keyboard settings, the Samsung keyboard now has a theme. So you can do a light theme, a dark theme, a solid light, or a solid dark. So you can see here you can do it without borders, with borders, and same for your light and dark theme. So you can theme your Samsung keyboard now, which is really, really cool. And of course you can still adjust the size and layout of the keyboard and all that kind of stuff. But that is a new one on the Note 9, is the theming of the keyboard, which is cool. If you use a dark theme, you can now have a dark theme keyboard as well. And after that, customize your home screen, download all your apps, or if you already restored your phone, you can, if you need to, move your app order around. I just set mine up pretty much standard. I'm going to add a couple more folders up here and then have additional apps over here. I always set this to alphabetical order just because it's easier to find them rather than having them in order for when I when I downloaded the phone, or when I downloaded the apps, I moved my edge panel over to the left because I usually hold my phone in my left hand, so I can swipe it over with my thumb. And I usually just use the device maintenance and the apps edge right here. I haven't customized the apps edge just quite yet, so it just has the default apps there, but I usually use it on device maintenance because I can optimize it and check battery and stuff like that right there. Customize your weather, all that kind of stuff. After that, you're pretty much set up and ready to go. Ready to use your S Pen, all that kind of stuff. And then I just set up Bixby just so I could use it if I wanted to, and set up Samsung Pay and that kind of stuff. There is a promotion going on right now where you get the platinum level when you buy a Note 9 in Samsung Pay, so you can earn yourself some extra points if you set that up. This has been Colin with Techout. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a great day.